Howdy, this is Blue Otter, and today we're looking at Defrag Incremental. Oh, this brings back so many memories. Defrag Incremental. Pick a disk, choose an algorithm, clean it before the workday ends, finish jobs to earn DP, reboot to upgrade your BIOS. Step 2, disks. Each disk has a tier, value, health, and tags. Higher tiers pay more but take longer and cause more heat and wear. Step 3, algorithms change the job. Quick is fast, safe protects the disk. Deep extracts more value. Targeted focus on stronger disk tags. Match the algorithm to the disk. I'm probably going to mess this up initially. Upgrades. Earn DP by cleaning disks. Spend DP on speed, profit, stability, and automation upgrades. Run upgrades reset. Run upgrades reset after reboot. BIOS upgrades are permanent. Step 5, reboot. Jobs generate reboot charge at 200 RC. You can reboot and gain BIOS chips. Rebooting resets DP and runs upgrades, but makes every future run stronger. So it sounds like it's kind of like got a little bit of a press your luck thing. And I remember running defrags, and I just loved watching I know it's not necessarily doing anything on the screen, but you have that visualization on the screen. Okay, disk 1. So they're all tier 1. This one is 370 fragmentation 68. Okay, so I'm kind of leaning towards not disk 2 just because it is 5.5 gigs. I remember getting my first 1 gig drive. It was, yeah. I'm dating myself on that. Heat sensitivity low, heat sensitivity medium, temp heavy, critical heavy. I'm kind of leaning towards disk 3, so let's select that one. Select algorithm. So we have reward here, heat risk low, RC gain 14. Leaning towards the deep. Yeah, let's... Oh, it's locked. Okay, so I have to pick one of these two. Let's go with safe. Well, it takes a little bit more than twice the... Okay, let's do quick. I so remember watching these screens and watching them run for like hours and hours. Okay, we do have a bad and an unmovable file. All clusters are neatly reorganized. You can now select another disk to optimize. Disk completed 1. Okay. Now we've got another 2. Okay, that's a lot. I think these 2 didn't change, so we just replaced this one. This one's fragile, corrupted. Okay. Let's do the disk 1 because that was my second choice. So let's do this one. We don't have deep and targeted. This is the demo, so I don't have deep or targeted unlocked. I don't know why or what I need to do to unlock those. Let's do safe. Rebooting, reading, movie. Yeah. Because I remember doing this and running the defrag and watching these files get moved around, or this data get moved around. So we do have some bad areas. They're reading, where you could see that it's going through. Writing is W. Bad is, so that's part that's probably corrupted. Unmovable. All clusters are now neatly organized. Perfect. Now we have half a gig over here. This one says it's fragile, so I'm wondering what that is going to be like. So let's do this one. Let's select. So yeah, so your time stops while you're selecting, and I guess that's in minutes, like how long you're expected to take for that. Tells you like how far along you are on there. So yeah, I think that is on minutes and expected minutes. Hearing some clicking, and that I don't like that. RC. Yeah, probably shareware. Yeah, this is so cool. Okay, fragile family backup completed. Safe. All clusters now neatly organized. Okay, good, good, good. Okay. I feel like maybe we can go for a little bit higher. Temp cache clog. Fragile family backup. Student thesis drive. You know, I've got. Let's just say when I was writing my thesis, we're gonna choose this one. Okay, reward is 151. It's 37 minutes. I've got time. End health is 60. I think we're gonna do this one. So yeah, I heard so many horror stories of people writing their thesis, having it all completed, and then their like the thumb drive that they had all their stuff on failed. And so when I was actually writing my thesis, and even when I was doing all of my schoolwork for my master's, I had everything stored on the cloud in multiple locations. So every article that I downloaded, that I printed, I had it on backup on my Google Drive and my student OneDrive account. Okay, so we've got this. Okay, so student drive is completed. Now there was something about like heat, so this one's 11 gigs, but this is a tier 2. So I'm kind of hesitant towards that one. Let's do the temp cache clog. This one we'll do safe again. That goes to, do we have algorithms upgrade? System info options. Oh. Okay, pause workday enable. Turbo mode disabled. Performance VSync. Okay, so we've got that. PAL-B. MS-DOS style disk optimization. Certified compatibility with imaginary hardware. No real disks were harmed during this defrag. Some clusters may contain nostalgia. Absolutely. It is definitely hitting that nostalgia vibe. Nowadays, if you run a defrag, I don't see that anymore. All right, this one's done. Let's do this one. No, this one's corrupted. So let's see what this one does. I think I still want to do safe. Yeah, there's a lot of bad files on here, or bad sectors on here. And there's a lot of really cool, interesting things that are being read in here, like checking volume label, no name, moving, checking, flushing, homework cluster, txt, scanning sector, coffee stain ignored. All right, so we finished this. Heat low 2, disk completed 6. Health is excellent, fair. Yeah, let's do this one. What do we got here? Risk is still low. We'll do safe. I mean, sounds like there's like some kind of a sizzle or something. So I'm wondering if that is a heat. Right, because eventually something's got to give on that. All clusters are neatly organized. Yeah, we're doing pretty good. Sensitivity low, critical. Well, here's file corrupted. How much time is it going to take? Well, we could do maybe this one. An hour and 40. I think that's going to probably be cutting it close. So this one's got a risk of medium. I think that's the highest we've seen. So let's go ahead and select that one. And hopefully nothing explodes. Because I don't know what that sound is, if it's going through. And I have noticed that the read gets about here. Workday limit reached, active defrag process interrupted, partial DP recovered, no completion bonus, no reboot charge gained. Generate daily report. Okay, so I did run out of time there. Your system will reboot now. Please do not power off your fake machine. Day 1 report, net result $6. Savings 12, status holding, system loading, heavy. You were still in the game. Okay, let's start. I don't want to do like low. Let's do here. I should have picked something that was shorter for the last one. Just for reference, if you're going to use military time, well, what I call military 24-hour time, you don't need AM or PM. So maybe an option to either have the 12-hour that would have the AM PM or 24-hour that you don't need to have the AM PM. All clusters are neatly organized. Okay, so we can select another one. Well, if we're gonna go big, I think the bigger ones we could do earlier in the day. So I'm getting a lot of DP, and I forget what the DP means. But if what I was reading was correct, then basically what it is it's kind of like a pressure luck where you keep going and it's going to potentially have effects on your computer where if you overload your machine, and this is what I'm thinking this game's doing, if you overdo your machine, then you potentially ruin, you break it. So like in a roguelike. So it kind of has a little bit of that aspect to it, but then it's at that pressure luck where you just keep going. You have a little bit where you can choose how much it's going to be. So you have like the heat sensitivity medium, for instance. I just don't know where that comes into play against my fake computer. But yeah, I had, when I was, like decades ago, I used to run like defrags probably at least every couple months or so. Because now it's 12. Now I gotta start paying attention to time. I might be able to get by with one more large one. But this one actually looks good. Temp heavy. Let's do this one. 32 minutes. Yeah, I think we can handle that. This one's going pretty fast. Of course, a decent percentage of the files are either unmovable or they're bad. This one's done. What do we have? That's 2.2. Let's try this one. 50 minutes. Okay, let's do this one. The other option is that if this is as incremental, it's that you're doing this and it is you're building up, and then you're building up so you can build up your points. You reset it, you're starting over, but you can use those points to upgrade your equipment. Okay, so this one we've now got, I think this is 3. No, this is 151, and that's 4. Let's try this one. This one's got same RC value, but it's smaller. End health is 86, but we get way more DP for this one. So let's do this one. Hopefully freeram.com. Yeah, that doesn't sound, that totally sounds reliable. I think it'll be after 1500. I'm hoping before 1600 because I took a risk on that one. Elapsed times 57. Cutting it close. Optimization complete enough. GameDembo.exe. Come on, almost. That was close. All right, let's continue. It doesn't matter because nothing we do is going to be, so we might as well just select. It's 1 minute. Generating daily report. All right, so we get more money. Status holding, system load heavy. You are still in the game. Okay, so food 2, life 1, total expenses 3. Okay, we're gonna do this one. And we'll do quick this one. So yeah, we're almost at that 200 RC. I gotta kind of wonder what these different tags and things mean, because I haven't really encountered where it makes a difference. Let's do. This one's got 84%. Archive heavy, high value. 15. Yeah, we'll do this one. 4 hours. Yeah, I gotta do this one. So that one's gonna take. So good thing I'm gonna pick that one for the first of the day. So this kind of helped me to, when I was learning initially about computers back when I was a kid. This is some of the things that like helped me to understand like kind of how computers worked per se. I mean, some of my earliest memories were going out and sitting with my dad on his computer, and he had this game that I don't even know what the name of it is, and the only thing that I really remember from the game is I think it booted in DOS, but you basically had a frog that you ran the tongue through a maze to get to the fly. Only thing I remember from the game. That's unrelated to this. Just old computers. Yeah, I grew up on computers. Rebuilding root directory, cleaning desktop.dat. Well, they said this was going to take like 4 hours, so. But. So you have 2 different commodities, and I have a feeling it's going to be, I need to get to this 200 before I can do anything. We're only like 60% done, but this is going to be, I could have done a lot more and gotten more RC. For the time spent, so. Player skill not included. It's a lot. Because if you have like heat sensitivity, I need to know what the heat factor is that I have that's affecting that. Catpick.bmp, yeah. Disk spins with low self-esteem. Spoolback trauma fragmented. 4K file. Some of these, I gotta say, some of these are rather hilarious the way they're wording them. Okay, so we've got not a lot of time. We're gonna do this one. No, I don't even think I have time for... I might have time for this one. We're gonna go for quick. Okay, just is technically a puzzle algorithm. Remote shuffle selected, bold, and slightly illegal. Remote relocation completed. Okay. Okay, that one's done. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get any of these done in time. No, we'll just get this one because I'm not gonna be able to finish that one. Be nice if you could just go to like skip for the rest of the day or something. Generating daily report. Maintenance -1. First income 18. Total expenses 4. Wonder why maintenance is not in red. Status stable. You finally have some breathing room. Day 4. Okay, let's go with... I did this one before, so... But that took a lot of time. I'd kind of like to go with maybe just some quick ones. Because I'd like to try to get up to this 200. Oh, this is a tier 3. Okay, info. Here's the tutorial. Discs, step 3, upgrades. Okay, so you could spend the DP on the upgrades. Awesome. Okay, so here's where you get... Okay, so you get 5, 4... Okay, so you got some different levels of stuff. Okay, I'll look into that maybe after... Okay, so maybe I don't have to have the upgrades. I don't have to get the RC to 200 to upgrade. Let's go with fragmentation 90% fair. Yeah, we're gonna do that one. Yeah, we'll select the safe. Let's upgrade. I might be able to do maybe a little bit of everything. Sector care. Head seek. Rare file handlings. Repair toolkit plus 5 start health. Okay. So I feel like read and write. Let's get some extra care. Extra heat or extra cooling. And rare file handlings. Okay, so, oh, we can get one more of those. Okay, now let's try that. Office 97. I remember Office 95. Oh, no, it was Windows 95. Office. I still have a disk for Office 97 somewhere. Uninstall folder laughs quietly. Flippy DL anger rising. Clip art, too many balloons. I like the different things that you can read. Those are really entertaining. One shortcut points to a dream that no longer exists. Saw left footprints everywhere. Productivity reduced. Version anxiety detected. Skill issues remain. Because I'm hearing like a crackling sound, so I'm wondering if that is indicating of like the heat or something, like a heat signature. Wizard has no idea. Defragging schedule. I kind of wish that they were just stay just a little bit longer, but I totally understand why. Paper jam not simulated. That's funny. Okay. Reboot available. Open system menu to reboot. System. Okay, so we need to... I'll select that one. We'll just do this one. Okay, system. There is the reboot. So I need to be able to access these while those are in motion. So like if I do reboot, current reward 2, next BIOS at 300. Unspent DP will be lost. Run upgrades will be reset. BIOS upgrades are permanent. Let's just reboot. System will reboot. Do not power off your fake machine. I mean, I know I probably had a bunch of stuff, but I kind of want to see where this goes. Press delete to enter setup, escape to skip. Oh, okay, here we are. Basic permanent upgrades are installed here. Other BIOS tabs are visible for diagnostic purposes, marking purposes, and emotional damage. Up, down, left, right, select nothing. Enter, press to relieve stress, escape, attempt to escape responsibility. F1, help. F2, do nothing. F3, do nothing with confidence. F10, save questionable choices. Okay, so we have 2 BIOS points. We got some things that are locked. I think the boot part was okay. We'll go with better cooling. Shift planning, automation, to skip disks, to process disks while you optimize the system. Skip bad jobs, choose focus tag. Stops at target. Upgrade your end of report. Tools. And I guess exit. That goes back to the day. Okay, so we went right back to the end of the day. I am not gonna be able to finish this, so okay, so I need to be able to select these while I'm doing that. We might be able to recover a little bit of this. Yeah, so all of my upgrades reset, but all of my DP would have reset anyway. It feels like it's going faster. Yeah, unless I can get it to go in. Well, we can. You know, I did get the cooling thing, so maybe that is affecting. I don't know. Well, no. Am I going quick? Yeah, I think I am going on the fast one. Low heat 1. We've got about 20 minutes left. I'm just doing the small ones. 21 minutes. Yeah, let's go that one. Class modified panic. Yeah, but we've only got like 10 minutes. Sorry, not 10 minutes. Less than 10 minutes. 9 minutes. Yeah, I could do this one, but I'm not going to finish it unless I had supersonic speed. No, we're going to go there. Okay, we got $19 that time. I'm not sure if the stable and the system load, what they do. That one. Should be really quick. Perfect. We could do this one. Trying to do quick so we can get faster. I guess that's estimated time remaining. Okay, we do have some time, so I think we can go to some higher ones. Yeah, let's do that level. Oh, this is that student thesis drive again. I wonder what the parentheses mean. Let's go ahead and do this one because it's got more, so that will be 11. Yeah, I think today's just gonna be a quick day. This is a tier 3. A lot of X's and B's on this one. And there we go. We'll probably do that one. 52 minutes. Yeah, let's go for it. Upgrade. Read speed, write speed. Point recovery. Precision pass. Sector care. What is algorithms? Oh, okay. So here's where you get high value defrag pass, slower than quick, but extracts much more DP from valuable disks, best for high value archive heavy. Focus defrag pass, strong when used on the right target, best for disks with strong tags or mixed risks. Okay, that's where those other two come into play. So yeah, a lot of cool stuff with this. I think you'd be able to effectively, like, here's the temp heavy overfilled. So that would be one of those would be really good for. I think we're just gonna keep doing these quick ones. Okay, so I was thinking it was like press your luck, but I don't know what the heat risk really entails unless that potentially damages the end health if you're not using the correct algorithm. here's health good. Let's see. Could be able to do that one. That's gonna be an hour 9, and that's the fast one. Yeah, we'll do that one. That is full. Humor level dad on jokes.txt. This is a very interesting take on the incremental genre. Like right now, I mean, I can go in and I could do some upgrades. I could do some minor stuff and tweak this. I kind of wish I could access the upgrades in between as well. But I like the BIOS upgrades and the fact that it happens in like the middle of the day and it doesn't really take away your time. I think the only thing that I could see doing is maybe being like, you know, hey, we're at the end of the day. So like right now, I've only got probably about 40 minutes left in the day. So probably one of these two. This one's Fragile Corrupted. Same level of fragmentation. If I do this one, I could probably get maybe a couple more in. If I can get the next one will get a lower level. So we'll do... that's not gonna be fast enough. So I think the only thing that I could really critique on this is, and I know that this is probably an animation, is that it's moving, but it gets to about here sometimes and it's just done. And it's just like fast forwards and does that. So I think maybe having it set so that that goes in. Now we have rent. Total expenses minus 60. Rent always arrives on time. But I have 15. Okay, so I'm gonna be having to make money. So so I don't know where the money's coming into play. And I know that this is probably... I would probably also set this to maybe like food life maintenance, or maybe have food life and then the next line have maintenance rent, because like right now I just see rent minus $6. I'm assuming it's just $6 because everything else is like 1, but I just have ood. I don't see the F. Minor critiques. But that's the first 5 days. This has been Defrag Incremental. Thank you for watching. Have an utterly fantastic day and see you next time.